Hi, my name is Ifra Khan, and I'm going to be talking about what happened on the Tramshed event, which was on the 13th of December. So, my job was doing the radio interviews, conducting them, and before the bands would perform on stage. Why I chose this role is that I really love the radio. I listen to the radio all the time, in the car, on the way to uni. It's something also I want to develop as a future career. Perhaps being a radio presenter is something that I would dream about, and especially getting in radio, that would be something that would be amazing, especially after I finish university. That'll give me the experience to put down on my CV and just to give me that confidence boost, as well as the experience overall. Getting the job role was a little bit difficult, however. I did feel that, especially working with the music students, at times communication there was a bit poor. Even when I wanted to do the radio presenting, it didn't come across. And especially I wanted to collaborate with people, I wanted to work alongside someone. So I did feel at times it was a bit tricky to actually find someone to work with. However, I did find two students in my class, and they were willing to collaborate with me, and they were absolutely fine with that. So I worked with them on conducting the radio interviews. So the actual process on researching the bands, we were given a list of all the bands, and I researched all the bands that I found more interesting, like Hannah 2K, Hunter. These two are my most favourite bands, and especially because I'm very much into the pop and dance genre, these two bands would just be perfect to research. Hunter is a really good one, really interesting, because he's very much into that years and years. He's got that feeling. So I knew straight away, even before researching, I knew straight away what he would be like and how his music style would be, influenced with. So I also looked at YouTube videos, just getting an idea of exactly what these bands are about. So before I actually start presenting, I'll actually have some background knowledge. I wrote a script as well, a little brief script, just telling them, just writing about, what influences your music, etc. Just little general questions like that. And we came together every Monday and Tuesday. We sat together and we just discussed what questions we had and how we would actually conduct the interviews. Now, on the day of Tramshed, I've never been to Tramshed before, and we weren't also aware of where we were going to actually set up in Tramshed. So I think the leading up to it, probably the last day before Tramshed, we actually knew where we were going to set up the microphones, etc. And we were given a room, we were given the dressing room, which was, when I first walked in, it was a very cramped room, especially the camera people were there documenting as well, so you can imagine it was already quite cramped. Platform Radio, which is a radio station in Cardiff Bay, they were also going to be there as well. I wasn't made aware of that, so I wish next time they would have let me know that Platform Radio was going to be there, so I'd know where to sit and stand and how I would actually conduct the interviews. But however, nevertheless, we went through it. I interviewed the bands. I did feel, however, at times when the bands did come in, there was a bit of shuffling around and it was a bit unprofessional, a bit wasting of time as well, especially when the bands had to run off and perform as well. But nevertheless, conducting the interviews went really, really smoothly. I dealt with it very professionally, especially working in a group of three. There was a bit of banter, a bit of spark, gave me that bit of confidence, because I think that's something I really need to work on in progressing to my radio career, is the confidence, speaking in front of the camera, and also speaking with bands and conducting professionally, especially when you're working on radio, and that's something that I need to work on. For next time, I think I'll improve on that. But overall, it was a great experience. I loved the lighting of Tramshed. I loved the staging. I thought it was a really, really fantastic, especially when I've never even done anything like this before. Just having that experience, I'd love to do it again, just to give me that confidence. Even on the day, I was a bit nervous, but as the day progressed, as the event progressed, I just grew and grew and grew in confidence, and that just gave me that encouragement to just carry on. And it was just fantastic. So I loved it overall. It was just a really, really good event, and I'd love to do it again. So yeah, really enjoyed it.
Drinking to forget we're lonely. How am I supposed to cope? Please just let me go. Praying for the day you hold me. Never.
You know what I mean? Like, because I love the laugh that goes on between the acts as well, and they just like communicating with the crowd.